We are live from the MGM Grand Arena in the gorgeous Las Vegas, Nevada for the darkest time of our year. This is Black Summer. We've got a lot of hard-hitting action coming at you shortly. But for now, we're going to be kicking it all off with the Overlord Carlos Aragon calling out Aiden Carter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Overlord, Carlos Aragon!
Going by what Aiden Carter said at HOOPLA TakeOver Night City, Carlos Aragon has been in his crosshairs over the last 2 years and blames him for the struggles that he had during that time. He believes Carlos Aragon at one point could have helped him and got him to the point that he is at right now. But instead, he completely blackballed him. Carlos Aragon looks to address these claims tonight and hopefully find a solution to this problem that these two are facing. We shall hear from him shortly. Oh shit, that's the Braveheart Championship. A belt that both Aiden and Aragon are very fond of. Aiden Carter held that belt for 92 days and then lost it to Aragon in a triple threat match that he wasn't even in the decision of. Aragon then went on to hold that belt for over 100 days and eventually became the final person to hold it. These two were meant to face off for that belt, and now they will finally do so when they go face to face here tonight. cheap shot. Well, it's official. Aiden is facing Aragon at last resort. But Aiden is not done laying in shots on Aragon. Looking to make sure he does not even make it to last resort. Oh my God, hits him with it again. Aiden Carter looking to make an impact here. Oh, and he is not done. He's looking for something under the ring here. Looking to end this before it ever begins. Here he goes. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Edward Jackson. Another rival of Aiden's making the save. Aragon lives to fight another day. But I believe Aiden did exactly what he wanted to do. And that is to embarrass the Overlord. Well, it seems like everybody's demons are coming back to haunt them. Aiden being Aragon's, and Edward Jackson being Aiden Carter's. While we try to restore order here, let's look at the card for tonight's happenings. As in our main event, the winner of the Mixed Mayhem Tournament, Buffet Extremo, will go one-on-one against John Ryan Xavier for HOOPLA's World Championship under HOOPLA rules. Not only that, but in our semi-main event, the Player 1 Princess Peaches looks to reclaim her championship as she goes one-on-one against Webb for the Violence World title. Not only that, we will also hear from Hayden Brooks as she will be giving a major announcement here tonight. But to kick off the darkest time of our year, we got a qualifying matchup for the Battle of 1985. As New Dawn's Extreme Kari will go one-on-one against the Black Bullet Militia's Revolver Wolfwood. Get ready because Black Summer begins up next.
The following qualifying matchup is scheduled for one fall. Make your way to the ring first. We're representing New Dawn and fighting out of Bismarck, North Dakota, Extreme Kari.
This is one of those rare times where two factions that never cross paths come together for one night only in head-to-head competition. Extreme Kari tonight looks to make a statement that she is one of the best technicians in the entire company. And beating someone who's in the best in their field might just do that. She is going up against somebody with a hard right hand and someone who last year entered the match that she's trying to enter now. Extreme Kari has a lot to prove, and she'll be able to do so here tonight, going up against the Revolver Whitney Wolfwood.
Black Bullet Militia and fighting out of Queens, New York, the Revolver Whitney Wolfwood.
Last year, the Revolver debuted on this very show, going one-on-one against Sara Maple to qualify for the women's battle, like she is doing tonight. But Extreme Kari is a different beast compared to Sara Maple, and she's gonna find that out shortly. But without a doubt, she's eager to face the challenge. It is Kari versus Wolfwood up next. Extreme Kari, Whitney Wolfwood, one-on-one. It is our first match underway. Winner of this will enter the battle of 1985 alongside Alex Steele and Sara Maple. Kari starting off strong with that Tiger suplex, dropping down Whitney. Oh, laying in that hard elbow shot. Last year, Whitney Wolfwood put out one hell of a showing against Sara Maple. And she looks to do the same here tonight. Kari kicking her down. Oh, gets caught with the big boot. Back up quickly though. Answers with one of her own. It is anybody's match so far, but both of these women are hard hitting. Got her locked in an arm bar, but her feet are too close to the ropes. Back up quickly. Grabbing her by the hair, dragging her towards the ropes. But Wolfwood fighting back with those elbows. Wolfwood gets caught again. Oh, a hard German suplex from Kari, dropping her straight on her head. Getting those kicks, misses that one. Wolfwood punches her in the gut. Oh, oh my God. Hard clothesline, this crowd letting her hear it. Oh my God, what a half-nap suplex. Entering them right away. Kari now climbing to the top rope, looking for something big here. Calling for her to get up. This is an interesting move here. Oh my God. What a chop to the head from Kari. And she is not done with her. Oh, Kari now focusing in on Wolfwood's leg. Trying to make sure she cannot do that running knee strike. Oh, belly to belly. The momentum slowly going in the... Oh, I spoke too soon. Or maybe not. Oh, drops her down with the takedown. Kari just showing off here. Oh, slapping her in the head. As I was going to say, the momentum slowly getting in the favor of Kari here. She has that armbar locked in. Look at her rip it from the socket. Oh, but Wolfwood fighting out of it with those punches. I'm going to get the momentum on her side now. Throws her onto the apron. Oh my God, stunner. Both women on the outside. Dangerous territory for both. Ref now counting. Throwing her back inside the ring. Wolfwood taking a breather while Kari is hanging out in the inside of the ring. Here we go. Wolfwood grabbing her by the hair, putting her in the corner. And to get the momentum back on her side with those kicks. Again, Kari right there to answer back. Back and forth. Wolfwood with the jawbreaker. She's not done picking her up. Running knee strike to the face. Looking to finish this one off quickly. Calling for her to get up. Here she goes, setting her up. Hollow point connects. Oh. Lilith Black might be coming to the ring here. 300 Blackout looking to cost Wolfwood the match. The referee focusing on the stage. Oh my God, the hard kick from Kari into the cover for the win. Oh, and she managed to kick out. 300 Blackout, almost costing her the match there. It might have happened already. Kari with another kick. Maybe for the last time. Oh, and again, Wolfwood kicking out. Kari getting frustrated. Throwing whatever she can at her. So up, throws her into the corner. Oh, running uppercut. Throws her off of her. Oh, goes off to the leg. And, oh my God, just picking her apart. One by one. Oh my God. Picking her up again. Puncher in the gut. Hard combo from Kari there, taking her down with the clothesline. Drops the knee on her face. Ever since that distraction, it's been all Kari. So, oh my God. Lilith Black and the rest of the Blackout might just cost Wolfwood the match here. As she calls for her to get up. She goes another kick. The trifecta. And we're into the cover. Oh, but the ref is distracted. Christina Platinum and the rest of the Platinum staff. Wait a second. Sunshine stopping Crystal. Oh, laying in those shots. The Platinum Standard trying to foil New Dawn here. And Jocelyn Bass with the clothesline on Christina. Both members of the Platinum Standard getting assaulted now. Oh my God. All of them taken out. New Dawn forgetting one member though. Courtney, oh my God, what a punch from Wolfwood. Not done with her. Oh my God, a T-bone suplex. Wolfwood not buying any of this BS. Calling for her to get up. Oh, the hollow point connects. But she is not done looking for that statement here. Picks her up. Oh my God. Drops her down. 2. And the Revolver advances to the battle. Here is your winner, Whitney Wolfwood. She saw her opening the strike, and she took it, possibly making an enemy out of the Platinum Standard in the process. Regardless, she now walks into the battle of 1985, and she is now focused on winning the entire damn thing. Congrats to her, but coming out next, we move on to the men's side of things, as New Dawn's Resident Muscle, Tito, will be going one-on-one against a mystery opponent to get slotted into the men's side of the battle. It's time to find out who's going to join Joey Joe Joseph and John Russell up next.
The following qualifying matchup is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, representing New Dawn and fighting out of Rochester, New York, is the Muscle, Big Tito.
Tito made his return last year at Bash at the Beach when he went one-on-one against Seth Rollins, firing the first shot between them and the Rising Sun. Now that they are done with the Rising Sun after that devastating defeat at Worlds Collide, Tito looks to aim high and go for that Trifecta Network title to bring another piece of gold to the New Dawn. But depending on who he faces tonight, that might not be an easy task. So we will find out shortly who it's gonna be. Ah, shit. I knew it was gonna happen eventually.
And his opponent, representing the 300 Blackout and fighting out of Sin City, Curtis Black.
Curtis Black is one of the half-brothers of Lilith Black who run 300 Blackout. He has been running it for the past 5 years, with Lilith Black joining in at year 3. 300 Blackouts going strong with over 100 members across the entire wrestling world. And tonight, the leader graces us with his presence. But will he be able to beat Tito tonight and enter the battle? We will be finding that out up next. Here we go, first men's match of the night. 300 Blackout versus New Dawn. Big Tito versus Curtis Black. Oh my God, what a hard punch from Tito. Winner of this joins Joey Joe Joseph and John Russell at the Battle of 1985. The fight for the trifecta title. Big Tito looking to go for a submission here. Curtis Black getting out of it. Curtis grabbing him. Has him up for a suplex. Oh, drops him face first. It is anybody's match here. Curtis Black laying in that hard elbow shot to the face. Tito getting back up fast. It's caught though. Oh, big boot there from Curtis. Drops the elbow on his chest. I almost said stomach there. He is just staying on top of Tito. That's what he's gonna have to do to keep the big man down. Hits him in the gut. Hard shot. Impressive combo there. Drops him with the hip toss. Into the cover. Looking to finish him off early. Only a 1 count though. Curtis Black staying on top of the mat. Laying in those kicks. Drops the elbow again. He has been doing a good job keeping Tito down, but now the muscle going to work. Picks him up. Drops him down, setting him up. Oh my God, what a senton there. Into the cover. 2. Oh, but it's not enough to keep down Curtis. Tito has to stay on top of him. And he's doing so here, picking him up like it is nothing. Power slam connects. 1, 2. Oh, and he kicks out again. There is still some fight left in Curtis Black. Nolan Curtis ends with the kick to the face. Takes him off guard, picks him up. Here he goes. Oh my God! Dropping him neck first. 1, 2. Oh, and Tito kicks out of it there. Curtis Black though focused on winning here. Oh, comes down like a ton of bricks. 2. And that was enough to keep down Tito. Curtis Black enters the battle.
Here is your winner, Curtis Black.
An impressive showing there from Curtis Black, making a statement here tonight, entering himself into the battle. Oh shit. Well, Edward Jackson has laid out the challenge, but will he accept? Coming up next, we go over to the women's side for the Violence Tag Division as the Widows Elite make their debut, going up against the LWO.
The following #1 contenders match is scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring first, the team of Loida Vega and Christine Ramirez, the LWO.
The former tag champs are eager to get back into the title scene. Tonight will be their first step in doing so, going up against a debuting team in the Widows Elite. At HOOPLA TakeOver Night City, we saw Widows Elite make their debut in brutal fashion, attacking both the Black Bolt Militia and the Switchblade Sisters, instantly establishing themselves as an active threat. The LWO have to be mindful of this as they go into this matchup, but they are oozing confidence tonight, so hopefully that'll be enough to help them pick up the win.
Ay, papi.
The team of Nidon and CAWS, the Widows Elite.
As I said before, the Widows Elite made their HOOPLA HQ debut at HOOPLA TakeOver Night City, decimating both the Black Bolt Militia and the Switchblade Sisters. They look to ride the momentum here tonight, going up against a former champion in the LWO, in an effort to claim their spot as the #1 contenders and to face the Black Bolt Militia for the belts at the battle. Will they be able to do it against a veteran team? We shall find that out up next. And we are off. Violet's tag team action. Winner of this match becomes the #1 contender for the Violet's tag team titles. Inside the ring, Nida going one-on-one against Leota. Nida fighting her off with those elbows. Setting her up, throwing her over with that takedown. This is the Widows Elite's first ever matchup in the HQ, so they hope to make a good impression in ring. Nida picking her up. Oh, setting her up. Uranagi connects. Two big powerhouses in the ring right now. Nida back up quickly. Hits her in the gut. Answers with one of her own. Leota laying in those punches. Trying to take her down. Oh, that one does it. Answers back with a dragon sweep. Staying on top of her. Not done. Oh, elbow shot. Going for a second one. Possibly looking for a third. Nida now tagging in CAWS. First taste of action in this matchup. Throwing her head onto the mat. They're doing a great job isolating Leota so far. Picking her up. Has her in the power slam position. Drops her down. Again, slamming her head onto the mat. CAWS getting caught. Dragon screw again. Hitting the ropes. Oh, and drops the elbow onto CAWS. She's back up quickly. Leota catching her off guard, sets her up, belly to belly. Now biting at the hand of CAWS. Leota now tagging the leader of the LWO, Pristine Ramirez. Climbing to the top rope. Sets her up for something big here. Oh, what an arm drag there from Pristine. I think she has her, looking to finish this off early. Oh, so close too. Almost had her with that one. CAWS getting caught with those punches. Pristine now tagging Leota again. Switching off. Leota dropping the knee. Just taunting the newcomers. That's all she wanted to do, tagging Pristine again. Gets caught with that knee. Pristine dodging those shots. Gets caught. Oh, a hard headbutt to Pristine. Kava now tagging in Nada. Walking over with the purpose here. Kicking her. Oh my God, the big boot to the face. Into the cover. 2, she's got the ropes. Oh, but the ref didn't see it. The Widow's Elite win it here tonight.
Here are your winners, the Widow's Elite.
The Widow's Elite pulling a fast one here tonight against the LWO. But regardless, that now slots them in the #1 contender spot. And they will face the Blackpool Militia for the belts, along with another team come Battle of 1985. Congrats to them. Coming up next, we'll now switch over to the men's side, as the man with the Jewish-centric Grant Clarence will go one-on-one against the King of the Rising Sun, Finn Balor, where the winner will face Apex for the Braveheart Championship at Last Resort.
The following #1 contenders match is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, fighting out of Utivia, Ohio, the man with the Chewy Center, Grant Clarence.
Grant Clarence had a brief stint in the Rising Sun back in 2020 when he used to team with Cesar Mormon, but he only tried to get on their good side to eventually stab him in the back when he did so at Birth of Anarchy when he cashed in Hell's Highest Honor against Alexander Malfrex, in a losing effort, that is. Tonight he hopes to beat the new King of the Rising Sun and get one step closer to possibly finally claiming gold in the HQ. But doing so is going to be a hard task to do against a man as experienced as Finn Balor. Before losing it to John P. He has not been able to get back to that high ever since Alexander Malfrex started becoming a problem for the Rising Sun upon his return. He's still a problem to this day, but Finn Balor has to focus on the task at hand if he wants to get back the momentum that he lost so long ago. It is our one and only #1 contenders match for the night, and it is coming up next. And we're off. Braveheart Championship #1 contenders match. Winner will face Apex at Last Resort. Inside the ring, Grant Clarence is going one-on-one against Finn Balor. Starting off strong with that headbutt, taking him down. Grant Clarence never winning a title in the HQ. Finn Balor being the second ever holder of the Intercontinental title. Both men have a chip on their shoulder here tonight. But only one of them is going to want that match more than the other. And so far, it's looking like Clarence is going to do it. As the momentum slowly getting on his side with these hard shots to the face. Balor answering with the shoulder drop. And focusing in on him. Oh, going after the back. There is a huge size difference between the two. Clarence being almost 500 pounds. Finn Balor unfazed, trying to drag him towards the ropes. Clarence fighting out of it here. Picking him up like it's nothing. Now dragging him towards the corner. Oh, slams him, throws him across the ring. And once again, the momentum going in the favor of Clarence here. Continuing to go after his arm. Jesus Christ, man. Just mauling him like a bear is Clarence. Making sure he does not get any offense in whatsoever. Picking him up. Oh, slamming him down with that powerbomb. But again, keeping the assault on him, picking him up. Oh, mega driver connecting. Looking to finish it off early here. 2. Oh, but Finn Balor kicks out of it. There's still a fight left in the Irishman. Finn Balor getting up. Oh, but he reverses up. Forearm shot to the face. And like I said before, the thorn in the side of the rising sun is here. Finn Balor focused on the stage as the Mad King makes his arrival. Oh, but he got caught. Clarence. Oh, another Omega driver. But he is not done with him here, looking for the nail in the coffin. Picks him up. Here he goes. Oh my God. Into the cover. 2. Oh, but Finn Balor kicks out of it. Clarence cannot believe it, but he's staying on top of him. Finn kicks him in the gut. Oh, tries to go for a lariat, gets caught. Reverses him. That flipped a switch in the mind of the Prince. Picks him up. Oh, Bloody Sunday connects. Into the cover. 2. Oh, but Clarence kicks out of it. Alexander Malfrex still on the stage. It is as if Finn Balor is trying to prove something to the Mad King. Oh my God. Still watching is he on the stage. Finn Balor climbing to the top. He was looking for a coup de grace, looking for something else. Gets caught. Oh, drops him on his back. And again, laying those hard blows onto Finn Balor. He's not done staying on top of him, laying in those kicks. That short burst of momentum from Finn might have just diminished. As Clarence continues the assault. Oh, gets caught with the chop. Finn Balor has him in the corner. Right where he wants him. Here he goes. Shotgun drop kick into the corner. 1, 2. Oh, but again, Clarence kicks out. Finn Balor possibly looking for the coup de grace here. Climbing to the top. Clarence backed up quickly. Oh, but he punches him away. Finn Balor misses the drop kick. Sets him up here. Gets caught with the punch. Finn Balor too fast for Clarence. Now laying in those kicks. Hits him with an elbow. Running knee strike to the face. Catching him off guard. Here he goes. Picks him up. Here he goes. Package pile driver connects. This might be it here. Drag him towards the middle. Clarence might have it. 1, 2. And Clarence gets Apex. Man.
Here is your winner, Clarence.
What the hell? His former rival in the Mad King, Clarence, now gets Apex at last resort. In an effort to finally win the big one and claim the Braveheart Championship. Finn Balor trying to recuperate. Alexander Malfrex happy with what he's done here tonight. I don't think he's done. Finn Balor looking frustrated back in the ring. He has something to say here. Oh, man. What? Oh, no. I know what that means. Alexander Malfrex getting caught. Oh, my God. Bloody Sunday on the stage. And the demon has been summoned once again. And it's to finally take care of Malfrex. Malfrex busted wide open from that bloody Sunday. The second one. God damn. Well, Alexander Malfrex might have cost the Rising Sun some momentum there. It is the Rising Sun that is walking out of here with the last laugh. But Malfrex has one huge obstacle to go if he wants to face Finn Balor. And that is to do what you have done and topple the demon. So we will find out at last resort if he can do so. We'll be right back after this short break.
On the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. On the stereo, listen as we go. Nothing's gonna stop me now. California, here we come, right back where we started from. to the floor. It's the truth that in love and war, worlds collide and hearts get broken. I wanna live like I know I'm dying. Take up my cross, not be afraid. Is it true what they say? The words are weapons, and if it is, then everybody best stop stepping. Cause I got 10 in my pocket that'll bend your lock, and I'm tired of all of these. Why can say come with me? Wait, it's just about to break. It's more than I can take. Everything's about to change. I feel it in my veins. It's not going away. Everything's about to change. Creeps in like a thief in the night, without a sign, without a warning. Can you feel that? Yeah. Well, let's go. Time to get it started. This is our moment. Turn the level way up till it's high voltage. We gon' light 'em up, make the world take notice. When the game face on, then it's game over. You a witness and a force to be reckoned. Grinding for greatness, proving the task. Ruling the rest, cause the movement's electric. This is our house and it's built by legends, yeah. If they coming for the spot, tell them let's rock. Standing like a brick wall to your best shot. Ain't a victory that can't be won when you rockin' with a city made of champions. Come on.
Huge announcement there from Haver Books. And congratulations to her for becoming the new CEO of the Trifecta Network. Now, as she has said, the Battle of 1985 is going to be one history-making night. And in doing so, the women's side of the battle will feature an inaugural champion as Alex Steele, Sara Maple, Revolver Wolfwood, and 5 others will do battle in an effort to become the first Gold Star champion. That is going to be one huge matchup for sure. And on top of that, we got another confirmed match as the prototype Casey Styles will be going one-on-one against the Rebel Queen, Junnie Grayson. They have been at each other's throats since Worlds Collide, and come to battle, they will finally face off one-on-one. But before we get to the battle, we still have 2 more stops to go. And one of the matchups for the last stop has been announced earlier tonight, as the Overlord Aragon will go one-on-one against Aiden Carter. These two enemies have a long history against one another, and come last resort, they're putting it all on the line as the loser leaves the HQ. We have some massive matchups ahead, as well as on this show. And still to come in our main event, John Ryan Xavier looks to defend HOOPLA's World Championship against Extremo in a HOOPLA rules match. And on top of that, the Player 1 Princess looks to reclaim her gold as she goes one-on-one against the Black Widow, Webb. And then we have our final qualifying matchup of the night as the XWS Undisputed Champion Ron will go one-on-one against the owner of XWS, John P. That is going to be one hard-hitting matchup for sure. And another hard-hitting matchup is coming up next, as it is the debut of the Rebel Queen when she goes one-on-one against the Canadian Tornado, Sara Maple. Junnie looks to one-up Casey Styles here tonight by beating Sara Maple to a pulp. Tonight we will see if she'll be able to do so. Get ready, because the second half of the darkest time of our year is coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Make your way to the ring first. Fighting out of Vancouver, British Columbia, the Canadian Tornado, Sara Maple.
Fed up with the constant attacks from Junnie Grayson on Casey Styles, Sara Maple decided to take the fight to her when she saved Casey at Night City. Tonight she looks to stunt the momentum of the Rebel Queen before she reaches the battle. But she, much like a lot of people today, are going into this matchup blindly, not knowing what to expect from Junnie. But I'm sure we're going to find out shortly what the Rebel Queen brings to the table.
And her opponent, fighting out of Little Rock, Arkansas, she is the Rebel Queen, Junnie Grayson.
Junnie Grayson, much like Sara Maple, has been in many companies over her entire career, winning many championships in the process, and no doubt she will do the same in the HQ in the future. But tonight she looks to make a statement by beating the Canadian Tornado and going on to the battle with a huge burst of momentum. Sara Maple, Junnie Grayson, one-on-one. It is on. Debut match for the Rebel Queen going up against the Canadian Tornado. Sara Maple starting off strong with that pile driver. Looking to end this one early. The first time these two will ever be clashing. Sara Maple getting in that kick. Staying on top of the Rebel Queen, hits her with another one. Throwing her onto the apron. Junnie answering with the forearm. Oh, kicks her across the ring. Good move there from the Rebel Queen. Setting her up. Picks her up. Vertigo connects into the cover. Looking to finish this off early. Only a 1 count. Sara Maple still got fight into this match. And Junnie Grayson looks to beat it out of her. Keeping control of her. Now pulling on her arm. Not done with her. Oh, knees to the back. Again. Junnie Grayson continuing to beat the hell out of her. Doing everything she can to wear down Sara Maple. Making sure she cannot get to the battle 100%. Junnie Grayson picking her up, kicks her in the gut. Oh man, hitting the ropes. Oh, an impressive moonsault there from Junnie. Not done with her climbing to the top rope. Has something big in mind here, calling for her to get up. Here she goes. Oh, a big crossbody there from Junnie. Oh my God! Hard knee shot to the face. But Sara Maple answering right back with that kick. It is anybody's matchup so far. Sara Maple laying in those kicks, taking her down. Throwing her to the corner. Oh, hard chop to the chest. Junnie Grayson back up quickly. Catching her off guard. Oh, another knee to the face. Drops down like a sack of potatoes. But not enough to keep her down. Junnie now picking her up. Now dragging her towards the ropes. At least I thought she was. Sara Maple fighting out of it. Turn the leg, punches in the face, laying in a flurry of blows. And grabbing at her leg. Sara Maple bringing the fight to Junnie Grayson here. Kicks her in the face. Junnie looking to capitalize, picks her up. Oh, but Sara Maple reversing it into a reverse DDT. Sara Maple seemingly having an answer to whatever Junnie throws at her. And Junnie doing the same. Junnie Grayson getting her leg caught. Sweeping her again. Back and forth from these two. It is anybody's matchup. Sara Maple has her in that figure four headlock. Looking to choke her out with her legs. Junnie getting out of it. Flipping her over. Another knee to the face, man. Gonna break your teeth. Oh, another moonsault from Junnie. This time into the cover. 2. Oh, and she kicks out. Casey Styles watching on in the back. Seeing what her future opponent has in store for her. Sara Maple picking her up, another pile driver. Sara Maple wrenching at the arm of Junnie. Looking to wear her down. Junnie now fighting back with those punches. Answers with the kick. Another kick, flurry of strikes. Junnie trying to take her down. Has her by the hair, puts her in the corner. Oh, man. Oh! Throws her head into the turnbuckle, but she fights out of it. Hits her with a chop. Again, back and forth from these two. Neither one letting up. Oh, answers with the forearm. Chop, another kick. Junnie Grayson hitting the ropes. Oh, drops her with the bulldog. And turns it into running knee strikes to the face. An impressive combination there from the Rebel Queen. Staying on top of Sara. Dragging her towards the ropes. Has her where she wants her. Hits her in the face. Oh, slaps her in the back of the head. Junnie Grayson. Oh my God. Done with her, climbing to the top rope. There's something big in store. Oh, but she gets the knees up. Junnie Grayson looking to Sara Maple looking to capitalize. As in that straight jacket. Oh my God, what a neck breaker from Sara. As her arms, oh, the knee strike to the face. Continuing the assault on her legs. Junnie Grayson back up quickly. Not done with her picking her up. Oh my God, a gut buster connecting. Not done with her. Into the senton. For the win. Does she have her? Oh man. Sara Maple kicking out of it. Junnie Grayson continuing the assault. Sara Maple answered with an uppercut. Kicks her in the leg. After the kick of her own, drops her down. Sara Maple down on the mat. Junnie Grayson climbing to the top. Oh, that time she got it. Maybe for the last time. Oh, but she kicks out. Junnie Grayson focused in. Calling for her to get up. Here she goes. Has her right where she wants her. Frostbite driver. Middle of the ring. Into the cover. 2. And the Rebel Queen picks up the victory.
Here is your winner, Junnie Grayson.
I hope Casey Styles is watching very closely, because that is who she's going to be facing come the battle. Now that she knows what to expect, she better start planning. But congratulations tonight to the Rebel Queen for such a great debut. No, man, well, we now know who the challenger is going to be after Peaches' match tonight. But coming up next, we will move on to the final qualifying matchup of the night, as the undisputed champion Ron will go one-on-one against the dead heart John P. Who will be entering the battle of 1985 on the XWS side? We'll be finding that out up next.
The following qualifying matchup is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first, fighting out of Baltimore, Maryland, is the Dead Heart, John P.
John P over the years has made plenty of enemies. More of note right now being Wyatt Danger, Carlos Aragon, and Bobby Bass. But he cannot let any of those enemies get in the way of entering what's possibly going to be the biggest battle in HOOPLA's history. But before he can get to that step, he has to beat the world champion of XWS, the one and only Ron. Someone who has shown he is extremely resilient when it comes to big match situations. But John P is no stranger to these situations either, as he has had plenty and has won plenty. Tonight he looks to do the same thing that he has done all the time, and that is to make history. But we will see if he'll be able to do so at the expense of the one and only.
Opponent, fighting out of New York, is the XWS Undisputed Champion, the One, Ron!
The XWS Undisputed Champion, making his way to his second ever match in the HQ. A lot can happen in in a year. This man went from fighting for this qualifying matchup against 6 other people to walking in tonight as the face of XWS, going up against the owner of the very same company. And he looks to make some more history, where if he wins this matchup and wins that, he will be the first ever person to ever hold a world championship as well as the trifecta championship. That is some big aspirations, and without a doubt, Ron has shown that he has more than enough potential to make it a reality. But John P as of late has shown that he is a dangerous individual and someone that will stop at nothing to get the win. And we will no doubt see that tonight when he looks to beat the face of the company that he created. It is your final qualifying match of the night, and it is coming up next. John P. Ron, one-on-one. It is on the final qualifying match of the night. The face of XWS versus the owner. Winner will enter the battle of 1985 alongside Joey Joe Joseph, John Russell, Alan Anderson, and Curtis Black. John P with a big drop kick there, staying on top of the champ. John P, no stranger to these sorts of situations. Placing that chop. Ron catching him off guard with that dragon suplex. The champ taking the fight to the dead heart, missing the drop kick. John P catching him. Oh, ripcord lariat there for the dead heart. Into the cover, looking to finish this off early. Trying to pull a fast one. P getting caught, dragon screw there from Ron. It is anybody's matchup so far, early on. Ron laying in those punches to the face. Oh, hard kick to the back. Ron climbing to the top rope, has something big in mind here. Double foot stomp to the chest of the dead heart. Facing those shots. Flurry of strikes there from the one. Misses the kick. John P answers the shot of his own. Now drag him towards the corner to no avail. Ron now doing the same, but John P quick to get out of it. Misses the shot. Hits the ropes. Oh, missed the forearm shot. Ron looking to cap life. DDT connects. Ron laying in those shots in the face. Looking to choke him out here. Has him in Hell's Gate, middle of the ring. Trying to make him fade, but John P using the strength to his advantage there with a powerbomb, managing to get out. This might be his opening here. John P grabbing him by the hair. Trying to figure out what he's gonna do. Now Ron fighting out of it. Kicks him in the gut. Has something in mind here, picks him up. Oh my God! Trying to break his neck there. Oh, John P, quick on his feet, gets out of whatever he was going for. Took that shot. Flurry of strikes from John, gets caught. Ron throwing his leg across. Throws him into the corner. Oh man, has something in mind here, picks him up. Oh my God, oh my God! What a power bomb into the corner. But not enough to keep down the dead heart. John P back up quickly, picks him up. Ron reverses into a reverse DDT. Ron laying in those strikes onto John, trying to bust him open. doing whatever he can to keep the Dead Heart down. John P missing the clothesline. Ron reversing him there. Elbow strikes to the gut. Misses the kick. Hits him with the strike. Hits the ropes. That time, the forearm hits. But he's continuing the assault on Ron. Make sure that's not the only damage that he dishes out. Kick to the back. John P staying on top here, picking him apart piece by piece. Doing what he does best. He is like a surgeon in that ring. Ron fighting back, hits him in the gut. Sets him up. Fisherman driver. Into the cover for the win. Oh, but John P kicks out of it. There is still a fight left in the Dead Heart. See, he lays in those forearm strikes to the neck of Ron. He hitting him with the flurry of strikes, kicks him in the gut, trying to take him down, misses the backhand. Adds with the strikes of his own. Quick on his feet is Ron as he takes him down. Both of these men giving it 100% here tonight. Ron picking him up, throwing him into the corner. Oh my God, what a big boot from Ron. Trying to take his fucking head off there. And the undisputed champion standing tall here. Throwing him into the corner. Trying to go for something. Gets out of it. Lays in those strikes. Can't take him down here. Oh, sweeps his leg. That'll do it. Throws him into the corner. Hits him with a hard chop to the chest. Oh man, looking for a running start. Shotgun drop kick into the corner. But again, John P having an answer to whatever he gets thrown at him. Ron gets his leg caught. John P throws him over. Oh my God, what a knee to the face. The Dead Heart is very lethal with those knee strikes. Catches his leg. Oh, kicks him in the back of the head. Hits the ropes, setting him up. Oh my God, what a suplex there from John. As I said before, the Dead Heart is quick on his feet. Back in the ring, gets caught. Ron, back up quickly. Laying in those kicks. Oh my God. Not done with them. One more for good measure. Picking him up, throwing him into the corner. Putting him on the top. Oh, but John P fighting back. Getting out of that situation. Now throwing him to the other side. Misses the knee strike. Ron looking to capitalize. Knee to the gut. Answer with the backhand. Flurry of strikes from John. Takes him down with that knee. John P with that single knee strike. Managed to get the momentum back on his side. Throws him into the corner. Oh, gets out of it. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Hits him in the back of the head with the clothesline. John P laying in those kicks. Hard forearm to the face. Looking to choke out the champion here. Some dirty offense there from the Dead Heart. We expect nothing less. John P throwing him into the corner. Has something big in mind here. Oh, but Ron fighting out of it. Kicking him in the gut. Here he goes, sets him up again. John P reversing him. Has him. Oh, another lariat connects. John P laying in those strikes, staying on top of the champ. Calling for him to get up. He could be looking for it here. Kicks him in the gut. Here he goes. Dead Heart driver into the cover for the win. Oh, man. But Ron kicks out of it. John P. looking frustrated here. Trying to figure out what he's going to do next. Oh, man. Oh, my God. What the fuck? John P. taking out the referee here. Well, it seems if the ref isn't there, the rule book is out the window. Hits another dead hard driver. But something tells me he has something evil in mind here, as this crowd lets him hear it. What's he looking for? Oh, he's got that baseball bat. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Looking to beat Ron to a bloody pulp. Run back up. Oh, but he could not get it out of his hand. John P. looking to put Ron through hell here. Before the ref wakes back up, John P. pulling at his arms. My God. The Dead Heart now has this match firmly on his side. What the fuck? Bobby Bass climbing into the ring, looking to get some payback on the Dead Heart. The Prodigy taking the fight to John P. Throwing him back inside the ring. The ref's still out of it. The Prodigy finally trying to even the score on John P. picking up that baseball bat. Turnabout is fair play for the Prodigy as he beats the hell out of the Dead Heart. Not done hitting the ropes. Oh, forearm shot to the face. But he is not done with the man. Oh, the frog splash connects. But he is not done with him. Looking for the final measure of payback. Here he goes. Pedigree connects. Middle of the ring. Bobby Bass trying to even the score here tonight. Inadvertently helping what it was thought to. Oh, I was speaking too soon. Now looking to go after Ron here. Looking to spear him through his boots. Oh, but Aragon coming out of the back, climbing into the ring, making the save for his friend. Carlos Aragon taking out Bobby Bass here after Life connects. This is absolute fucking chaos here. But Carlos Aragon looking to put things in order here, taking out the Prodigy. John P. rolling to the outside, trying to recuperate Ron. Getting back up, going after the Dead Heart as Carlos Aragon and Bobby go up the stage. This is absolute fucking chaos, man. What the hell? Well, the order is slowly getting restored. Ron looking to capitalize on this situation, putting him back inside the ring. John P. slowly getting up. Oh my God! The low blow from John. Perfect timing too. The referee back inside the ring. Two. And oh! Ron fighting out of it. Running on fumes here. John P. staying on top of the man. He cannot believe it. Doing whatever he can to keep Ron down. Picking him up again. Oh my God. The Dead Heart may have this match in the bag. Now looking to finally finish this matchup once and for all. Ron getting out of it. Kicks him in the gut. Here he goes. Fisherman driver. But he is not done. Looking for his final blow. Here he goes. Oh my God. 1, 2, and the undisputed champion gets the win. Oh my God.
Here is your winner, Ron!
Ron once again making the most out of a situation and winning big time. With all that chaos between John, Bobby, and Aragon, Ron now walks into the battle, hoping to become the next trifecta champion. Congrats to him. Coming up next, we move on to our semi-main event as the Black Widow, Tina Webb, defends her Violence World Championship against the Player One Princess Peaches. It is your final women's match of the night, and it is coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Violence World Championship.
Player One Princess in her first run as the world champion made history by becoming the longest reigning holder of the belt, holding it for a whopping 610 days before losing it to Tina Webb at Nuclear Winter. The Player One Princess went on hiatus, trying to hone her craft and become the better version of herself. And at Mixed Mayhem, she made herself known again, fought her way through the bracket alongside Buffy Extremo, and managed to get the shot back at her Violence World Championship. But so far we've seen Tina Webb overcome the odds, beating opponents that we thought she might never be able to get past. And tonight she'll be going through the rematch of the century, facing off for a belt that a year ago was switched to the other side. But as I said before, a year can make a whole lot of difference. Tina Webb is at the top of her game. Peaches is at the top of hers. And tonight, both of these women look to put it all on the line in an effort to walk out of here as the Violence World Champion. So place your bets, sit back and relax, because we're going to find out shortly who's going to be walking out of here with that piece of gold.
Introducing first, the challenger! Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, the Player One Princess, Peaches! Next up, the champion! Fighting out of New York, New York, the Black Widow, Webb!
The Player One Princess, the Black Widow, Violet's World Championship match. Our semi-main event is on. Winner of this match will go on to the Battle of 1985 to face Christy Page for the belt. Tonight we will find out who will be walking into there as the champ. Player One Princess starting strong with that Frankensteiner. Now getting the offense in. Oh, has her up. First Bloody Sunday connecting. Peaches, so far getting the match into her favor. Climbing to the top. Oh my God, what a leg drop there for Peaches. Keeping the champion down for the time being. Climbing to the top once again. Here she goes. Oh, big elbow drop there for Peaches. Does not go for the cover that time. Picking her up. Oh, climbing to the ropes. Setting her up and Bulldog connecting. Looking to finish this one off early. Calling for her to get up. She might be looking for Peach Blossom here. Here she goes. Oh, but she misses it. Tito Webb looking to capitalize. Sets her up. Spinning Enziguri. She's not done with her, though. Looking to finish this one off early. Here she goes. And oh no! Peach is reversing. Oh, the code breaker connects. The Player One Princess setting her up. Oh, the lion salt. An impressive reverse over there from Peaches. Now going on offense on the champ. Picking her up another Bloody Sunday. Peaches picking her up. Throwing her into the corner. Ooh, has something in mind here. Puts her on the ropes. Hits it. Oh my God, what a drop kick there. Peaches bringing in all the offense. Trying to keep down the Black Widow. Calling for her to get up. Hits her with a drop kick. And the challenger standing tall. Peach is getting caught. Answering the punch. Trading blows here. Back and forth from the two. Neither one letting up. Trading blow for blow. One of these two is going to get the upper hand. Who is it going to be? Tina Webb picking her up. Oh my God, what a Samoan drop. Tina Webb throwing her across again. Sets her up another Enziguri. Trying to take her fucking head off there. Picking her up, throwing her at the ropes. Oh man. Tina Webb managing to get the upper hand after that situation. Tina Webb hitting the ropes. Tries to go for something. Cannot capitalize. Peaches now setting her up. Oh my God, Spanish fly connecting. Now climbing to the top rope looking for something big. Here she goes. Oh my God. Throwing her body on the line in an effort to win the belt. Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. One. Oh man, only a one. Tina Webb back up quickly. This is her shot. Peaches getting caught with an elbow. Hits her with the Bulldog. And just like that, the Black Widow standing tall. Waiting for her to get up. Hits her with an uppercut. Flurry of strikes from the Widow. Tina Webb bringing the fight to the former champion. She continues to decimate her, picking her up. See the uppercut. Hits her with the punch. Peaches looking to capitalize. Sets her up here. Belly to back suplex. Tina Webb back up quickly, laying in those strikes. Takes her down with the DDT. Tina Webb now throwing her into the corner. Oh, hard knee shot to the face. Not done with her. Running bulldog. Now calling for her to get up. Has something big in mind. With an uppercut. Another flurry of strikes from Tina. Bringing in those rising shots. Gets caught. Another Spanish fly for Peaches. Something in mind. Waiting for her to get up. Oh, gets caught with that big boot. Cannot capitalize. Catches her leg. Dragon screw from the challenger. Running at her, clotheslining her outside the ring. Nothing seems to keep down the champion. She seems to keep shrugging every move off. So with the forearm, Peaches trying to take her down with those strikes. Flips her over. Here she goes. Oh, the throwback connects. Transitions over. Calling for her to get up, looking for it. Here she goes. The Peach Blossom finally connects. And the Player One Princess is amped up, not going for the cover. Looking for the final blow, the one that ends it all. Here she goes, GGT. Oh, but she gets caught. Tina Webb picking her up. NNB into the German. 1, 2. Oh, and she kicks out of it. Tina Webb can't fucking believe it. Trying to figure out what she's gonna do next. Oh, looking to beat her with her own medicine. Here she goes, sets her up. GGT gets caught with the code breaker. Peach is amped up here. Looking to capitalize on Tina's mistake. Here she goes. Another Peach Blossom. If the GGT didn't work, this one might. Here she goes. Front Slayer connects. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Tina Webb still has some fight left in her. Peaches climbing to the top. Here she goes. Sizing her up here. Oh man. Oh, gets caught. Throws her over. Spinning enziguri. Tina Webb quick on her feet. The quick thinker she is. Picks her up. NNB. Maybe for the last time. 2. And the Black Widow retains the Violence World title. Whew, man.
Here is your winner, and still the Violence World Champion, Tina Webb.
That was definitely one of the hardest hitting matchups Tina Webb has ever had to have for her belt. But she managed to fend off the former champ. And now she walks out of here as the Violence World Champion and goes into the battle to face the rock star for the belt. 2 of Hoopla's rising stars will be facing off for that championship come Hoopla's biggest battle. And I cannot wait to see it. And congratulations to the Black Widow for still retaining the Violence World title. But coming up next, we got our main event. As the legend Buffet Extremo will go one-on-one against the outlaw John Ryan Xavier for Hoopla's grandest prize under Hoopla rules. It is our final match of the night. It is for HOOPLA's world title, and it will be scheduled under HOOPLA rules.
The following contest is a HOOPLA rules match and is for the HOOPLA's World Championship.
Luis, after his hiatus from the HQ, moved to Mexico and honed his craft in some of the best promotions out there, earning his mask and becoming a well-respected luchador. Tonight, all of that hard work may pay off when he goes up against one of the most dominant champions in HOOPLA's history. This man is a completely different man that John Ryan Xavier faced in the past. And tonight he will no doubt find that out the hard way. John Ryan Xavier, on the other hand, has fought every single opponent there is to offer in this company and has shown nobody is ready to take the belt from him. He is the sheriff of this town, and as long as he's still standing, this will always be his yard. Tonight is Buffy Extremo's proving ground, and if he manages to dethrone the Outlaw, he will only be the second ever person to do so. We have a big matchup on our hands, and it is coming up next.
Introducing first, the challenger! Fighting out of Mexico City, the legend, Buffy Extremo! Next up, the champion! Fighting out of the wasteland, the outlaw, John Ryan Xavier!
Here we go, Buffy Extremo versus John Ryan Xavier. HOOPLA rules for HOOPLA's world title. Buffy Extremo trying to start strong with those punches. Hits him with another one, tries to go for that one, misses it. John Ryan Xavier answers with blows of his own. You do not want to trade blows with the Outlaw. Oh, has him on the ropes. Oh my God! Hitting him in the back, slamming him face first on the mat. And remember, HOOPLA rules, anything goes, all weapons are legal. First to two falls wins. John Ryan Xavier, master of this kind of matchup. Oh, a fake Extremo getting out of that headlock. Trying to capitalize. Picks him up. Slams him down on the ring. Xavier back up quickly. Gets caught. Buffet. Trying to look for something. Xavier fighting out of it. Has the arms up. Oh, could not block that uppercut. Buffet Extremo again. Picking him up. Dropping him with a backbreaker. Back up quickly. Misses the clothesline. Gets caught with a kick. Extremo now has him in a headlock of his own. But Xavier this time fights out of it quickly. Oh, wrenching at the arm. Oh, drops the leg on it. But he's back up quickly. The Outlaw looking to introduce the first weapon into this match. He's got a sledgehammer. But cannot use it against Extremo. It's the punch. Extremo now grabbing the sledgehammer. Cannot use it either. Xavier sets him up here. Oh my God! Drops him on the sledgehammer. Hits him with the punch. Buffet Extremo now climbing back inside the ring. Taunting him here. Should not have taunted that early in this match. Hits him in the gut with that sledgehammer. It's the clothesline. Xavier now picking him up. Oh, drops him on his knee. Answers with another leg drop. The champion staying on top of him. Making sure the challenger cannot get any offense in whatsoever. Stun gun on the ropes. It's the leg drop. This might be his chance here. Extremo picking him up. Has him in the powerbomb position. Slams him down with authority. Laying in those punches. Trying to bust open the champ. Ooh. Champ getting out of whatever he was going for there. Xavier now clawing at the face of the challenger. It is for that all-important first fall. Champ. Oh! JK Superstar from out of nowhere into the cover. Oh, but he kicks out of it. He almost got the first fall there. That could have been very bad for the challenger. Oh my God. Continuing to decimate his knees with that sledgehammer. Back up quickly. Drops him with the clothesline. Extremo cannot capitalize. Oh, hits him in the face. Picks him up. Samoan drop from the legend. Extremo back with that sledgehammer, dropping it on his arm. Extremo standing tall here, looking for that first fall. 1, 2. Oh, but Xavier kicks out. Climbing to the top rope, looking for something big here. Here he goes. Oh my God. Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh my God. Almost getting the first fall. Xavier catching him off guard. Sets him up. Choke slam connects. Staying on top of the challenger. Neither one of these men wanted to give up that first fall. Xavier catching the leg. Oh my God, wrenching at it. Not done with him. Again, wrenching at the arm of the legend. Aggressive move there. Fired up here. The Outlaw looking to finish him off. Here he goes. JK Superstar again. Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh my God, and again, Extremo kicking out. kick. Oh, Extremo drops him down. Oh my God. Hard knee strike to the face. Extremo once again grabbing that sledgehammer. Only for one blow. Okay. Extremo has something else in mind. Drilling his knee into the back, but not enough to keep him down. Xavier dragging towards the center. Buffet Extremo fighting out of it. Oh, missing the slam. Trying to put all his weight on him. Another JK superstar. Into the cover. 1, 2. And just like that, the champ gets the first fall. The challenger now looking weak, having to play catch up. He'll be able to do it here. Into the cover, looking to even the odds. 1, 2. Oh, man. Could not get it there. The challenger staying on top of him, looking for that first fall. Doing whatever he can to get it. But the champ back up quickly. Doing whatever he can to keep down the champ. Going after the arm. So hits him with an uppercut. Now grabbing at his face. John Ryan Xavier fighting back. They're gonna finish him off. Again, going after his arm. Keeping down the legend. Has him right where he wants him. Possibly looking for one final JK superstar. 1, 2. And the Outlaw walks out, still the world champion. God.
Here is your winner, and still HOOPLA's world champion, John Ryan Xavier!
He rode into here expecting a fight, and boy did Buffet Extremo give him one. But now he walks out of here confidently saying that he is still HOOPLA's world champion. And will walk into the battle not knowing who he's gonna face. But without a doubt, it'll be one of the most hard-hitting matchups he will ever have to endure. And come the battle, I cannot wait for you all to see. Okay. Oh shit.
I changed the questions. Now I'm motivated.
Oh man! We might have just found the answer to his question. And it is the answer, Tommy Fenn, the head honcho of the Career Wrestling Network, alongside his manager, Alex Steele. This man has done many impressive things in the ring, and tonight he graces us with his presence, going face to face with the face of the HQ. Eyeing his target, knowing exactly what he wants. The answer, first to the Outlaw, is going to be one hell of a matchup come to battle. And I cannot wait for you